So recently I was actually trying to find a electric chainsaw that I plan to be able to use for something related to cosplay. Actually, some of you might have already figured out what it is, but at the same time, there's a problem. The problem is you can't use a gas-powered one for doing this, especially not if it's going to be indoors. The second thing is the one that I purchased initially required a cord to be able to run it, and also there's a weird form factor to what I'm wanting to do. And strangely enough, I had a company reach out to me that had this chainsaw, which they sent to me, which is available on Amazon for actually a really cheap price. I just barely spent over $100 on one that I have to plug in, and definitely wouldn't have worked for the project that I was planning on doing, but this looks great. Also, for doing things indoors. The past few times I wanted to use a chainsaw, I needed to be able to use it indoors, and again, I needed something that was electrical. And if what they say is true, this one comes with a lot more stuff, which is great. So let's check it out. All right, there we go. So we've got this case. This is a 6-inch mini electric chainsaw. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here for sure. It even comes with gloves. That's kind of funny, some gardening gloves. Let's see here, I got my manual. Here is the actual chainsaw itself. So it's already assembled. I thought probably I'd have to assemble it. It has a chain already on there as well. And it's not huge. Like I said, this is actually the exact proportions I'm needing though. And even has the look pretty much that I'm needing. Yeah, it looks almost exactly what that thing looks like. Again, if you have guesses on what I'm going to use this for, let me know. But yeah, look at that. It looks pretty good. Comes with 2 batteries, which is pretty great. Which actually I think are standard to some of my other tools. And what's this right here? I think that this is actually the oil, which is important. I'll tell you about that in a second. Here's a tool. And let's see, another tool, and no, actually, oh yeah, here's the bottle for injecting my oil. Here's some glasses, some safety glasses, and in here is another chain. So I knew I had 2 chains that came with it, which it's probably hard to find a 6-inch chain to replace that part. So I don't know if these batteries are already charged. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's so small. This is truly, it's like my other hobby tools. You know, it's like just right for indoor specialty stuff. Before I attach the battery to it, let me see. Yeah, so it does have a lock for my trigger, so I'm not going to accidentally pull it. I mean, it's pretty basic as far as its function goes. I'll get out one of these batteries and we'll see if it's already charged. Oh, yeah, I'd say it is. Yep. So this is not a toy. Now at the same time, we don't want the heat of that chain ruining it, so you should use oil with it. So it didn't come with oil, it just came with a bottle for inserting the oil. This is the thing I'll tell you is pretty standard. Most of these don't come with oil, but you can't just use any oil for it. There is a chainsaw oil. I am going to go to Ace, or at least I went to Ace for my other chainsaw, so I have some that I can put into this. And it usually goes, we'll take the battery off first. Right? No leftover charge or anything. But usually there's a little area for putting it into. Let's see. Whew. Like I said, it did come with instructions. Right here is a card that gives us the basic stuff. And then, let's see here, for the oil itself, where do we put that oil? Are we just applying it directly? Oh, we're just applying it directly to the chain itself. So My other ones usually have a reservoir right about here that you just fill it up with. But okay. So I went outside and I tried out the chainsaw, and I was actually impressed for how small it is. I picked some pretty large, pretty big around pieces of wood, branches to cut through, and I generally didn't have any problems with it stopping. There is a guard right here that does bend back all the way, and so once when I got to that point, I was able to get through. The only thing, it is light enough, and you saw that I was able to cut all the way through using one hand. That's because it's a shorter blade. That's the benefit of that shorter blade. The downside is I would still have preferred something to hold right here, just for some additional strength or stability. But at the same time, no, this is great and looks kind of what I was looking for. It's the exact actually layout of what I would be looking for my project. But let me know what you think if you've got one of these. This is the TOMYVIC 6-inch mini electric chainsaw. Also be sure to check out some of our other videos and the things that we typically make. Like, subscribe, comment below. This is your Geek Fix.